How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to S1ipperycraft here, playing on the 1.7.10 pack from Technic. And we got a lot to do this episode, but I thought we'd start off up here in the enchantment room. Later on, though, we're going to be building a big reactor and a bunch of other stuff as well, if we have the time this episode, to try and get us on the journey towards getting industrialized, getting some machines and all that sort of stuff. So you might remember I made this advanced crafting table in the last episode, which is pretty awesome because it lets you select the enchant and stuff like that. By the looks of this, it may let you remove enchants as well. I'm not too sure about that. But I've gained like quite a few levels of enchantment since the last episode because I was doing a ton of mining for getting the materials that I'll need to build the big reactor. And killing some mobs and stuff like that outside my door and everything. Smelting, everything like that gives you XP. So we've got enough now. I wanted to put some more enchants on my bow. Because at the moment it's got Power 5 and Infinity 1, which is pretty awesome. But I also want to add a couple more enchants on it. So let's try and do that. I'm going to enchant a book here to start with. So I was looking through the enchants that are available for bows. So if we put the bow in, there's these enchants that are available. One of them is the Flim Flam one, by the way, is seems like more of a PvP one. There's Punch, which I definitely want to add. Auto Spell, I'm not sure why you would want that on a bow. XP boost, which I'm not going to need later on once we start getting XP farms going and stuff like that. Unbreaking, which I want, so Punch, Unbreaking. This one here looks interesting, Withering. I might actually try that out. So let's see, what does that go up to? Wither 1, Unbreaking 1. I'm not sure how much XP this is going to take. And Punch, not enough levels, requires 42. So yeah, we need a few extra levels for that. I'm pretty close to level 42 actually. By the way, I just realized that building this advanced enchanting table is actually a quest in my quest book. So we can actually select that reward. I think it's in, let's see, completed quests. Are you a wizard? So if we open that, this one here, advanced enchanting. So I can actually claim the reward, which is bottles of enchanting. How about that? What? Why would you choose 7 over 8? That's just weird. Claim reward. Why is that not working? Pick one. Okay, selected. Claim reward. There we go. I don't know how many levels this is going to give me though. That would help a little bit anyway. 37. Well, we'll come back and enchant this bow a little bit more later on. By the way, I only need 15 bookcases. I'd forgotten. It's such a basic thing from Minecraft, but so I cleared out a few of the extra ones so we can see out the window and stuff like that. I think that formation looks okay. Alright. Now, actually, I'll probably want to take this with me. Let's head on down. Yeah, so I've had the blast furnace running, and we've got a fair bit of steel out of that, which we're going to need for some power cables and everything. And this coke oven has been going, producing this coal coke as well. So we got a little bit of that. And this thing is filling up super fast with creosote oil, though. It's kind of annoying having to constantly bail this out. So I don't know if I should eventually make like a steel tank here from Railcraft, or if I should just put a void pipe on that and get rid of it. I'm leaning towards the void pipe, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, there's some things you can do with creosote, but the kind of things that I'm probably not going to actually need to do later on when I've got the reactor going. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to do, I have been gathering a ton of resources. So to make the big reactor the size that I want to start with, I need something like something like 400 plus coal, which I've smelted into graphite, and a ton, like 300 or so 300 or so iron ingots and a bunch of yellorium and all this stuff. So I have got that now, and I was just like smelting up the iron ore to get, you know, the 2 ingots, the extra ingot, or double the production of ingots from that. But it's super painful having to do it manually like this, clicking on this thing by hand. You know, waiting for it. You have to kind of stand here and like, you know, hover over the thing. So I thought I would try and automate this as well, just quickly here. So what I've actually done is I've crafted up one of these timers from Project Red, and these are actually pretty easy to make. Basically what you need to do is make up these anodes and plates and things like this, but all these are is stone smelted up with a bit of like redstone. So it's actually super easy to make. And so I made one of these up. Now we're going to need to reconfigure this a little bit, so grab that bad boy, and I'll take this out. Come here, you. I'll leave that there. I'll put another one of these here, and I'll put the smeltery drain up here. Oh, I think that fell in. Damn it! Oh well, doesn't matter. So I'll put the smeltery drain in there, like that. Is that facing the right way even? Hopefully it doesn't matter. I don't think you can put them in backwards. So we'll put the faucet on there like that. And then we'll have the casting basin underneath that there. Okay. So we'll turn that off. No, actually we'll just let that go for one more is that switch? Okay. Yeah, so we can use the lever instead of clicking on it by hand, which is pretty cool. So I'll just turn that off for now though. And yeah, so we're going to put the timer on that, and we're also going to have a chest underneath, like that. Now, I do kind of like to have these iron chests in here, but we'll upgrade that later. I think you can upgrade them just by creating an upgrade thing and clicking on it. And then we'll put a hopper on top of that, like that. And the final piece of the puzzle is this timer, which we'll put there. So I'm going to set this to 10 seconds. And that should automatically fill up the basin with the molten iron in this case. So you can see it's gone in there, and then it should go through the hopper once it cools into the chest. So that's working nicely. And if I need to, I can just turn it off with that, and that will turn off the faucet drain, or the faucet. The one thing about this timer thing is that clicking noise is kind of annoying. But what I think I'll do is when it's finished doing its thing, I'll come back and I'll like break that and put it in the chest for safekeeping. So yeah, that's a pretty simple, easy automation for when you put a ton of materials in that you want to smelt. Cool. All right, what were we gonna do next? That is the question. I've got so much I want to get done this episode. So I think I'll grab the materials that we'll need. Let's put these books here for now. I've got a crafting station, so I'll probably need that. I'm gonna need a ton of this. So I'll take all of that, and I'll take some of this. Can't remember. I think that's enough yellorite for what we want. I'll just take a little bit extra. Take all this iron. Block of aluminium, block of iron. Take that extra graphite there. Take that. Hopefully that's going to be enough materials. I know we do need a couple of other things as well to make the big reactor. So we're going to need, like, I think it's only one diamond that we'll need, and we'll also need some glass and stuff like that. We might come back for some of this stuff. Let's just put the books away for the time being. And actually, I need some redstone, which I think is in here. I won't need very much. What else will I need? I'm pretty sure that's everything. Pretty sure that's everything that to get us going anyway. I might need to take a chest up actually. Have I got wood on me? No. Why am I carrying a bucket? Let's just chuck the bucket out temporarily. And I will take some wood. Good. Alright, cool. I think we're ready to go. Oh, by the way, the other thing is, you might remember I found those melon seeds. So I did plant the melons, and you can see we got 2 melons now, which is pretty sweet. So we can actually, actually that is definitely something that I want to come back and try and do that this episode is, try and make a magnum torch, because, of where I'm going to be having this reactor, and basically you want one around your main base anyway, 1 or 2 of them, depending how big your base is. So normally with my power generation, I've had it like located like underneath my base, like down in the basement area. But this time I wanted to do something different, guys. So I've actually gone the opposite way, and we're gonna do it up top of the tree here. So what I've done in between episodes is I have cleared a space out in the middle of the top of this tree here, amongst the leaves right here. And yes, it is a very, very big space. But it's called big reactors for a reason, guys. These things are huge. Like, you can pretty much make them almost as big as you want. And to start with, I haven't got that many. It might seem like I've got a lot, but I really don't have a lot of materials. So I'm going to make the biggest one I can make with the amount of materials I have right now. So let's put that there. So I was thinking of like probably setting this up as my main workshop area. And I'm going to have like my machines and everything like around the corners. And I'm going to have the big reactor in the center here. And then you can actually build turbines, so that's going to be later on, because I definitely don't have materials for that right now. You can build turbines, so I'm going to build turbines out the sides here like this. So yeah, hopefully it turns out good. I'm really looking forward to trying this mod out as well. All right, so I've got tons of leaves and materials off this if I need to pretty this up a bit and everything, because obviously a lot of the leaves started decaying when I chopped. This is the main trunk right here. This is right here. This is the main trunk. See how narrow it is up this high. Like, we're 157 blocks from, I guess, sea level. Anyway, let's get started on this thing. So, first up, what we're gonna need. Let's have a look at this. We're gonna need some casings. So, I think they're called reactor casings. Reactor casings. These things. So these are iron, graphite, and yellorium. So we should be able to get like a ton of these things. What have I run out of there? Yellorium. Probably iron, but we've got a bunch of them there to get started with anyway. Okay, so the size that I thought I would make is a 5x5, and you measure these from the inside dimensions, not the casing, not the exterior dimensions, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't really. But so that's basically the trunk, the exact size of the trunk there. So I'm going to put the casings around the outside like this. So I mean, the structure itself is going to be 7x7, but the thing is that the reason I've made this area so big is you can actually expand these as big as you want, pretty much. So we're going to expand it later on when we get more materials. And take the torches out. Hopefully we don't get too many mobs spawning in. And oh, that's kind of dark. I might put some temporary light sources down. Get a lot of lag lately using the lighting mod in this pack. Like it pretty much it does cause lag, like when you're holding a torch and it lights up the area. But never mind. Just have to remember not to hold a torch in your hand all the time. Okay, so then I'm going to fill in all of this with these reactor casings. Like so. So that's going to be the floor or the base of the reactor. Then I'm going to want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the top there. Let's go across this way. Grab some more. Yeah, these things look like so much fun. I'm really looking forward to trying this out and seeing what it's like as a source of power. Because I'm sick of having like the banks of the magma, what are they called? Magmatic dynamos? They're one of the main sources of energy that I had for RF, at least in my modded world on my main channel. Then we're just going to fill in the corners here. I should have brought my bed with me. It's going to get dark soon. Let's just complete the corners like that. Okay, let's go back down. Actually, I'll just quickly whip up a chest here and stick some of this stuff in there. And we'll morph back into bat form. Look at that glorious sunset out there. Okay. Bat form, not even slightly OP. Okay. There we go. Did I hear one of those creepy monsters out there? What was that called? A night wraith or something? Back into human form, come on. Alright, so I was going to sleep in my bed. And we also needed some extra glass, I think. And some different things like that. So let's grab that. What else do I need? I've got enough yellorium and everything. I think we've got more or less everything. Let me just check here. Access. I'm going to need one of these. So, piston, cobblestone. Let's grab a little bit of that. Hatch. Oh, that's industrial craft. What else will we need? A power tap. This thing, so that is pretty easy to make as well. And yeah, that'll probably do us for now. We can mod this thing up a ton later on once I get some more machines going. Okay, is that done? Looks like it is. So this should be empty now. And so I can turn it off there, but I'm just gonna break it to stop that ticking noise, 'cause it drives me mental. I'll put it in the chest there. Okay, let's head back up. Let's bring the bed. Yeah, that's definitely that creepy. Oh God. Creepers, man, if they would explode right next to me, I reckon it would be game over. So I have to be really careful with them right now with the armor that I've got. This bronze armor. I did make myself a fresh set of armor, but It's not gonna protect me against a direct creeper blast, I don't think. I can patch this up a bit more later, I guess. Where's that? Where is that thing? I can hear it. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's super dangerous around this tree because it's kind of dark underneath it, even though I've tried to light it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know where that thing is. Let's just put that torch back up there. Sounds like it's underneath here. Maybe there's a cave underneath here? Like if you look on the mini-map, it's like directly underneath me here. Interesting. I'll have to explore what's under there and light it all up so I don't get the annoying mobs. Anyway, let's get back to business here. Okay, jump. Let's get back up top here. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a good location to set up the base. Like I could build something from scratch like I did with the Skyrim house in my other playthrough, but I don't know, a treehouse is something I've always wanted to try out. So, because we spawned in this spot with the redwood trees, seemed like a perfect opportunity. Okay, so let's see, what else will we need? We're going to need some fuel rods, I think. So let's get those made up. We'll need 20 of those. Yellorium fuel rod. Where are you? There. Okay. So we need some of this. What was that recipe again? Iron, graphite with the yellorium in the middle. So 20. 20 is the number. And that, and that, and that. 20. Perfect. So yeah, the you can set these up in different formations and everything. But from my testing, there's a site you can actually go to called Big Reactors Simulator, and I've tried out a few different simulations of this size of reactor, and this formation seems like pretty much the best for efficiency and power, keeping in mind the size of the reactor and the limited materials that I have. So there's some coolant and stuff like that that I won't have right now, but I've got some plans for using like some blocks as coolant until we can get that stuff. Because we're going to need machines to make the really good coolant anyway, like liquid cryothium and resonant ender and stuff. So we have to get power before we can make machines working to make some of that coolant for us. Okay, so now what we need is, let's get down again here. We need some control ports, I think they're called. Control rods. So I'm going to need 4 of these. Control rod? Have I spelt that correctly? This thing here, reactor. Okay, reactor. Okay, it takes blocks. Wow. Okay. It's quite expensive, but doable. Apparently shift click doesn't want to work. But yeah, sort of a triangle there. Oh, there we go. So I think I need 4, don't I? 1 for each of the pillars that I've got there. So it's pretty cool because it's like real life reactors with the coolant and everything. I think it's really awesome. And some of this. I was really worried I wouldn't have enough coal, which is what these things are made of, but I think I do now because I found a ton of it just recently. So I'll take those, 4 of those, and we place those right on the top of these things. I wonder if I should build like a staircase up there temporarily. Let's build some sort of a staircase to get up there. Okay, so one of these on each of these pillars. Like that. Cool. All right. Now we're going to need a controller as well. Reactor controller. So this is the one slightly expensive thing which has diamond in it. So that's why I brought the diamond along. Put that in there. And the redstone. There we have that. So for this, I'll work out where to place these things in a second, actually. What I'm also going to make are some graphite blocks. Graphite block. So yeah, actually reactor casing, graphite block. Yeah, I'm going to need something like 20 of these as well. So let's get that done. So this takes a ton of coal just by itself. There we go. 20. Cool. Now this is the coolant that I'm going to use, at least for the time being, until I can get the liquid cryotheum or resonant ender stuff. So I'm going to have like one of these between each of the these yellorium fuel rods. So it's actually pretty effective, even though it's a solid material. Like the liquids, like some of the better liquids are the best coolants for these big reactors apparently, but that stuff isn't too bad. And it's super cheap as well because it's just basically coal smelted up and turned into blocks. Hopefully this is going to look cool as well. Okay, now what else do we need here? I think we need an access port. I'm going to make 2 of these. I don't know if I need to, but I want one for input and one for output. So these are the chest and the piston. Let's see. Piston. I'll need 2 of these, so let's do that. That is cobble, isn't it? I hope it's cobble. Some of these vanilla recipes I tend to forget. Nice, alright. And then we were... So reactor casings, piston and chests. Let's make a chest. 1, 2... Okay, so put these in as well. And that there, and that there. Cool. We'll also need a power tap to actually draw, or have a port to, as a line out for the power supply, the power cable that we decide to use. So this one here. Again, super simple recipe. They probably should make this these controller, like these more advanced blocks, more expensive, but I'm not going to complain, that's for sure. Alright, so that's the power tap for us. I think that's the basic stuff that we need to finish this off, except I'm also going to want some reactor. Where's my... Let's just sleep through the night here. I'm not sure if I've lit... I can't place this on that. Come on, man. Now I've checked and you can do covers like the micro blocks with these leaves, so that's pretty good. I didn't think you could, but you can after I tested it. Okay, so the rest of these, the sides of this, I'm going to fill in. I think we'll need about, so it's like 25, 125 reactor glass. Let's have a look at that. Or approximately, a bit less than that, actually. This stuff. Okay, so this is blocks. How many will that make me? 32. Well, I'm going to need a lot more than that. 64. Put the glass in there. Okay, that'll be enough to get started with. Let's work out where we're going to put everything. So I think I'll have the power coming out. I'll have the power coming out the back, or should I have it coming out the front? I'll have it coming out the front, I think, because that's going to be cheaper initially for me with the materials. So we'll put the power tap, like that's the access port. I'm going to have 2 access ports, controller and power tap. That's 4 blocks. Just trying to work out the configuration that I want. So I'll have the power tap in the middle. No, actually I should have the controller in the middle, shouldn't I? Put the controller in the middle there. And the access ports, let's see. I'll have the power tap maybe around this side. Or should I put it on top? I can reconfigure it later if I need to. No, I definitely don't want it on top, but I'll put the access ports there and there. And that leaves me with the power tap location. I'll put the power tap actually, you know what? I'm going to put it there. So I'll grab that and I'll put it there and I'll put the controller there. Cool. Now we just have to fill in everything else with this reactor glass. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Love how this reactor glass has got like the safety, the yellow and black safety lines around it. Fill this in. So you basically normally you would have like all the inside filled with coolant and stuff like that, or not filled necessarily. Depends on your configuration of your rods, but I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with the limited materials that I've got. So that's that side. And you can also use this casing here instead of the glass, but I really like the look of the glass so you can see inside it and stuff like that. We might actually have enough. Should be good. We haven't actually got anything that needs power yet. Like, we haven't got any machines built yet, but we should get this up and running and get some power running. Power generated with it, and then in the next episode or two we'll start creating all of the machines that I've been dying to get to, that we can do some really, really cool stuff with. Oh, okay. Reactor control, cool. You can build these like vertically or horizontally or whatever you want. But I don't know, I think this looks pretty cool like this so far. Okay, that should be completed now. That should be the finished product. Now I'm going to automate some of the stuff, like with the power regulation and everything like that later on, to try and keep it efficient, but we don't have the ability to do that until we make some more machines. But if we access this now, let's just turn that off. Can I click on that? Okay. That's weird. I thought that was the control thing there. Oh, that's the power tab. Oh yeah, I put it on the I put it on the bottom, didn't I? Because then the cable that comes out will go straight down there. But I don't know. I might reconfigure that at some point. But this looks okay like that right now. So here we have the reactor control. Now right now nothing is going on, because what we need to do is we need to actually put some fuel rods in, some of the fuel in, which is this yellorium, which I guess is supposed to be sort of like uranium. I think you can use uranium as well. So let's see. Eject waste, eject shift, dump, inlet, outlet, inlet mode. And we'll put the yellorium in there. So see how that fills up the rods? That is so cool. Awesome. All right. And over here we'll have this configured to outlet. So this actually produces a waste product that you can use to make some other stuff with the big reactors mod as well, but we won't get into that right now. And this is where I'm going to have it coming out. Right now, I don't actually have any pipes to draw that out, but we'll set that up eventually. Ejects waste. Cool. All right. But the main thing is that this thing should now be working. Like you can see here, it's got the 100% fuel status, 4 fuel rods. Max capacity is 80,000 megabuckets, etc. There's no waste. Over here is the casing heat. So right now it's 0 degrees. The core heat. Yeah, I don't think this is switched on right now. See, it's offline. Okay, so activate reactor. I think we need to set the rods though first. Like you want to set them to their insertion up here. Increase insertion by 10. So I think what I want to go with is like 50% insertion. Something like that. We'll try that out to start with. Let's just have a look down here. Okay. All right, now we can activate the reactor. Awesome. So we're getting some energy there. The buffer is like 10 million RF. And you can see it's filling up pretty quickly here. It does take a while to heat up. Like this is the casing heat and the core heat here. So 4.67 Ki RF per tick, 1000 RF per tick, that is. That's the energy produced. So 4,672 RF per tick. it looks like it's stabilizing there. And this is the amount of fuel that it consumes. So in this case, it's consuming the yellorium at 0.065 millibuckets. Sorry, I've been saying megabuckets, millibuckets per tick. And down here's the reactivity. So 598 degrees. That's pretty much in the sweet spot, I think. It's like 600, and then the other sweet spot is about 900, I think. But that's in pretty much the sweet spot right there. So cool. What we might do is fill up the buffer, and then I'll switch this off. And in the very near future, what we're going to be doing is setting up these so they extract waste, automatically feeds in the yellorium, and the power here. We're going to need some machines to use that power. But yeah, that is our big reactor completed. I think it's pretty epic. Loving it. But in terms of the coolant, I can make it a little bit more powerful and more efficient if I use what I'm thinking of is either gelid cryothium, this stuff here, and this is kind of hard to make, but you need saltpeter blizz powder, which is it's like a what are those? My God. A blaze, right? Like a blaze from the nether. That's what I'm trying to think of. Blazes. So it's like a blaze, but it's a cold blaze. It's like an ice blaze. And you can find them in the overworld in like snow biomes. Niter. Now this is a byproduct that you can get. You can get a couple of different ways. I've actually got a tiny bit from killing some kind of mob, but okay. Yeah, that's not macerator. So gunpowder, you can crush gunpowder to get it. That's pretty cool. Blitz rods. That's another kind of blaze, I guess. Yeah, there's a few different ways you can get it. Anyway, so we're definitely what I'm considering doing is having the gelid cryothium like in between these rods, right? Is there a skeleton stalking me? Where are you, buddy? Sniper battle. Sniper battle, I know you've got armor on. Come up the stairs, come on. Yeah, 2-shot kill. Wait until I get some more enchants on this. It's going to be even better. Yeah, so I'm thinking of having the gelid cryothium as a coolant in between these, and then putting, if I can, put some resonant ender around the outside. So the resonant ender is better for blocking the heat to the casing, whereas the gelid cryothium is good for cooling these rods. So I've been testing out some simulations, like I said, and that seemed to work pretty good. Anyway, I think we're all out of time for this episode, so I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. It's just early days yet for our power generation, but we're definitely off to a start here with our first big reactor. Even it's kind of a mini one, actually, believe it or not. So, yeah. We'll catch you guys in the next episode where we're going to start building some machines and stuff like that. And hopefully I'll have enough XP to put some more enchants on my bow as well. But I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. S1ippery out.